here we are. We're back at the Cabana. Back again, joined by Graham, Ken, and a new Sean. Was old Sean in the last Cabana? Yes, he was.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
We've got new Sean now. We've got Sean Corrigan.
What's up?
Do you like the place?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a
Look
good,
at it.
Yeah, there's a good crowd tonight. We've got a good turnout. Place is heaving.
It is.
Yeah.
I can barely hear myself think.
God, I know. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's all good. So, what do we want to talk about this evening, anyway? As we said, same sort of rules. No script, no agenda.
No holds barred.
No holds barred. Funny you say that, boy. Tonight we're going to talk about the Attitude Era.
No gimmicks.
Oh, God. So, yeah. I think all of us... I think if all of us had to pick a certain aspect of wrestling, I know if I certainly did, with WWE and all the rest of it, or WWF, as I still find it hard calling it WWE. The fondest memories for me were when I first got into it, and it was all the Attitude Era stuff.
Yeah.
For me, by far, that was the fucking greatest period of the history in my eyes.
I'd agree.
I'm thinking I'm going to open a can of worms here with the three people I've got sat around the table who are all borderline wrestling experts. So, shoot. What do we like? What do we love? Who do we love?
I also love the early 90s and late 80s kind of stuff.
So me.
For me, because I'm a bit old. But yes.
I'm older.
But Attitude Era is the
I don't know, man. I see the older stuff, and I just think it looks proper daft. It's like
yeah.
I think it does. Like,
let's look back now, but you weren't
there.
You
were there, man.
Yeah,
I was there.
Everything's
like
just,
when I was a kid, man, and
Yeah.
you'd be sitting there watching fucking Ultimate Warrior fucking pissing black fucking cursed blood from his face
Yeah.
after Papa Shango's cursed him, and you go outside and be like quiet for a while and helping your mum, and then you'd be like, Mum, do you think he'll be alright?
yeah.
I remember when
It's
And
just
you look back now and you're like, oh, what a sad little bastard.
Yeah.
But, you know,
everything was better when you were.
yeah,
kid.
when you're like that age,
And
and
that-
you're just like,
yeah.
oh my God.
That was just so far away from your reality, wasn't it?
Yeah, 'cause it was just on-
watching that.
Just on
It
Sky,
was like,
Sky
what the fuck is
and
this?
you're little and you sneak down and you watch it and you're like, oh, and then you catch the repeats on like,
yeah.
There was a man who
The
fucking carried
Sunday.
a massive snake on his neck. And,
Jake
and
the
threw-
Snake.
yeah, and just
yeah, Coco be aware with his parrot.
just nutters. Sorry,
Coco
this
beware.
isn't
Yeah, this is
Attitude Era.
yeah. So I started watching it in. So I got into the wrestling shenanigans about '99. So just before Royal Rumble 2000.
That was the first one I ever
Was it?
watched.
Yeah.
And I still think it's one of the greatest pay-per-views.
So we were about halfway through the Attitude Era, but then you start venturing back, don't you? And
Yeah.
I remember my first VHS I bought was St. Valentine's Day Massacre, 99 I think,
Yeah.
and that was the debut of the Big Show when he came up through the ring.
Yeah.
through the
I
ring.
remember
Yeah.
that.
So I remember it was Vince McMahon versus Stone Cold in a steel cage match, and at one point, I can't remember. I think because obviously you knew Austin was going to beat the fuck out of Vince, and then at one point that like the ring just sort of rips open and Paul White, this big fucking gargantuan man,
Who the
like,
hell is that,
yeah,
King?
he just comes through the
As it
ring,
rises from the chasms of hell.
and he just picks Austin up.
That's
and
not
throws him.
human.
He throws him into the cage, and the cage like swings open, and Austin climbs down and wins. But I just remember like just thinking, what the fuck is going on?
Do you know what? Yeah.
And I thought it was real at the time. Like I thought, oh, this is like,
God,
like
yeah.
Yeah, this is
One
real.
of the
This
rumors
is
we used
real.
to hear is it's called flash photography. I don't know how that stopped people from getting hurt, but at the time that was what we were told.
yeah.
It's not real. It's flash photography.
You've reminded me of a time Kane, his debut, walking down the aisle, ripping the cage door off.
Was that in a Hell in a Cell on
That
Raw
was
though
good.
when it
I
happened?
think that was
I'm sure it was a Hell in a Cell.
that was
wasn't it?
Undertaker, Shawn Michaels.
Yes,
think that
King of the Ring.
Yeah, might have been the one you were talking about, St. Valentine's. No, it was Bad Blood.
Bad Blood.
Bad Blood. I
98.
think.
Maybe now we got
Probably,
bad blood.
But that was unbelievable. Kane,
Bad blood.
the look of him, my word. He just looked like a fucking...
I remember having an argument with someone.
What did he look like?
It was like a horror movie on it.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
like,
Jason,
what the
Jason
hell is
Voorhees
that?
esque coming down the ring with his mask on.
Bum, ba-da-la-la-la-la-la.
Terrifying.
I remember having an argument with a guy because you know how there was a whole thing where there was the fake Kane, the fake Undertaker, and this kid was like, "Well, Kane and Undertaker are the same person." I was like, "They're absolutely not." He's like, "No, they are." Yeah, he's like Undertaker when he plays Kane, he just puts a mask on. I was just like, "No, it's not." And I was like, "Of course it's not." Like, and I was adamant about it, and he was just like, "No, it is. It is."
Just for the record, this red punch is nowhere near as nice as the orange punch.
Don't. You've set my
I quite like
expectations.
it.
I thought it was
I'm really sorry.
I quite like that.
It might just be watered down or something with the ice. I don't know. But never mind.
Still drink it anyway.
I'll still drink it, yeah. No, fucking drink it. Yeah, first one I ever watched, Royal Rumble 2000. I don't know how I ended up watching it.
Wasn't that on Channel 4?
It would have been on Channel 4,
yeah.
All of my early pay-per-views were recorded off Channel 4 during
I think
the
I stayed
night.
up for them.
That was the first time I bunked off school, like, cause
Oh, did it?
yeah.
Oh, well, that was...
It was a long,
used to be
slippery
free.
slope down after that, like every
It
fucking
used to be
Monday
free
after
on
that.
Sky before box office.
Yeah, it was never on
Oh,
box
really?
office. Though. It was all on
It
Sky.
was always on Sky Sports. It was
Yeah.
always free in the good old
Oh.
days,
Yeah.
and then box office came along,
Yeah.
and like you had to pay it. And the Americans were like, "Well, we've had to pay for it for years."
I think we should definitely start Royal Rumble 2000 as an event because Mae Young's titties.
Mae Young's titties.
Oh,
My lord!
Yeah.
I'm getting reminded of things
Oh.
now. Yeah.
I'd never. I mean, so probably is one of your exposures to the female
And doesn't
anatomy.
Mark
I
Chocolate
was-
come out and fucking grab her up and...
He did, like covered her up with a towel.
Yeah.
So I thought that's
And
what
she's
tits
just
look
like-
like.
Do you remember? Yeah. Do you remember? I think it was called Capital Carnage, 1998.
Jacqueline
yes.
on the yes,
Yeah.
Jacqueline
Vinnie
on the
Jones.
shoulders.
Yeah.
Was that the
tits
show where
out.
Vinnie Jones was there? Is there?
Yeah,
it was.
Steve Austin had his enforcer, and it was Vinnie Jones.
And
And
her-
you always thought there and go, "That's meant." Now you look back and go, "Who the? Why would Stone Cold need Vinnie Jones as his enforcer?"
She was on top of a ladder, wasn't she?
No, she was
No,
on
she was
top
on
of
someone's
She was on the
shoulders.
referee.
On a
She was on the
on
referee's
shoulders, yeah.
shoulders, wasn't it?
And somebody's
And a
ripped
big
the top
old,
off. And
big
just,
old
She comes in
titties.
to pull her
Yeah.
off in a big old
Yeah.
titties there swinging
old
around.
titties.
The amount of pausage that video got, you'd be like, yes,
Yeah.
there it
Aye,
is.
VHS was a
There's-
lot harder to pause than DVD.
There's my
Her tits
window.
would start moving.
That flicking
The
again.
black wavy line would be there right over them. You'd be like, for fuck's sake, get it right. Yeah, fucking not when I.
I mean, the thing is, it wouldn't be accepted today, right? Royal Rumble
Oh, it'd be
2000
so
when the
sexist.
King
Do you
know-
held a bikini contest. And the
Oh.
cat was wearing bubble wrap.
That
Oh,
was.
yeah,
It was Virgin on like porn.
It
that,
was
wasn't
like
it? That was.
it was
Hand
amazing.
painted titties on set.
You know.
Yes.
You know. This is a fact, though. You know the Jacqueline spot.
Yeah.
You know that was planned.
Oh
That
yeah.
wasn't. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
was
that,
it? Okay.
That wasn't.
Right, okay.
Wasn't an accident. It was.
I think most
Planned.
of it. I mean, I just
Planned
you just
in.
think now though, how many times you'd be like,
My lord.
you could fucking count on two hands how many times you saw tits in the Attitude Era,
Oh, yeah.
and yeah,
Dude,
we're all just having a little think back, you know.
Herders, Trish Stratus.
Oh,
Oh,
Trish Stratus.
Trish Stratus.
But Royal Rumble 2000, no, because remember there was the tag team table match. Hardys
Oh,
versus the
yeah, when he
Dudleys.
jumps off the taxi thing.
Yes, I had a taxi.
Yeah.
Because I used to love the setup of Madison Square Garden when they had it the short ramp.
Sure, yeah.
Every-
They
Everybody
used, to,
else
they
just-
used to do a lot of really good stuff with the entrance ramps and
Yeah.
stuff, didn't they? And they don't do that.
It's all generic
Anymore.
screens now, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's like they used to have like those fucking big sword things that just
Yeah.
swung
Oh, yeah,
on,
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
Backlash, was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all lazy now.
Yeah, it was really
It's
good
CGI.
sets,
All
wasn't it?
HD.
It's because they talk because there's no competition, so they don't need to know.
And
Yeah,
like
exactly.
SmackDown just had this big fist.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
aye.
the big fish,
Yes.
yeah. I remember that, yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
right. You know where Woody will be able to relate to this most, but my granddad, rest in peace, he
God rest his soul.
yeah, he and my granny used to have Sky for some reason, and I didn't at home. So every Saturday morning, I'd ask my granddad and granny to tape SmackDown for me.
Yeah.
At like 11 o'clock on Sky One, I think it was. And so I'd get that every Saturday evening as like my treat. I'd be waiting for it, you know, packet of Haribos at the ready. stick the
Did you
VH.
even have Harry Bowes there?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
well,
Dolly mixture.
Opal fruit.
opal fruits. There it is.
Licorice.
Dweebs.
Dweebs and nerds.
Dweebs.
I remember that.
But yeah, anyway, I'd get my VHS every week, every Saturday. I'd stick it in. I'd be like, yes, this is it. Get out my sight, mum and dad.
Yeah.
This is my room now. Anyway, I'd watch it. I'd put it on, and I'd be watching it. And occasionally, my granddad had just fucking ruined my life because it was back in the day when if you change the channel, it changed the channel on the video. So it'd just switch over to fucking warships or something. Like my granddad watched the Geographic Channel or something about fishing boats or something, and I'd be like, oh no, Granddad.
Can you remember Video
Granddad,
Plus?
what have you done?
You had there was on the TV guide there was a number. There was like a 12 to 15 digit number next to every episode. And you
I never had Sky.
No, this wasn't Sky. This was
Wasn't
on your video player. You
right.
connect your and you used to put like a 12 digit number in to your video, and it was basically like Sky Plus. It would record at the time that it was set to go.
Right, okay.
But then if there was a delay, you would miss like half the program,
Yeah.
and it would end exactly when it was supposed to end. So.
Everyone had Dad's tape keep off and all that stuff going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it the thing you used to like? Oh no, it was that cassette. So you used to snap a bit off so you couldn't record over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you should stick sellotape on and just tape with them anyway.
Yeah.
Taz versus Kurt Angle. That was at Raw Rumble 2000.
Yeah, oh, fuck. He just comes out and destroys him, doesn't he?
Yeah, I was confused because I remember The Rock's promo video, and he's just like, "The Rock guarantees I'm gonna win a Royal Rumble," and he did, and I was just like, "Oh, well, he said he was gonna."
Yeah.
So
He's a man of his word.
Yeah, he's a man of. He knew what was gonna happen.
Who knew where
It's
the fucking
almost
Rock
like
was
he
going to
knew.
end up, by the way?
Oh no.
He's like the biggest grossing movie star. In the
Yeah,
world,
of all
isn't he?
time. Yeah.
Next
That's
president
crazy.
after Trump.
Yeah. Campaigning for presidency.
All
Start off
over
as Rocky
North Korea
Maivia.
and fucking rock bottom
Yeah.
Kim Jong fucking.
Imagine the debates though. Imagine the debates with The Rock there.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The Rock says.
Yeah. Finally, The Rock has come back to the White House. Yeah, he has to do that. He has to do that.
He would have to do it if he got re-elected. If
Yeah,
he got re-elected
yeah,
for a
yeah,
second term, and he just comes up and he just like puts the glasses on, takes him back.
What do you think, Kim Jong Un? It doesn't matter what you think.
Kim Jong Jabroni. God, The Rock, what a fucking guy, man. Yeah, going back to how when you were a kid you'd proper believe it and all the rest of it. I remember I came home from school and I can't remember what event it was. You guys will know, but it was the one where Stone Cold got ran over.
Yeah.
And I came in from school and I was so
I
excited.
did it for The Rock.
No.
And it didn't turn out it was that, did it?
Rikishi, yeah.
I did it
That was
for The
a
Rock.
big thing all around school. Like,
Oh
for
fuck
months.
yeah, it was. Yeah,
I know who did it. I know who did it.
Yeah.
Who did it?
I'm not telling you.
Nah, I know.
But fuck
Yeah.
me, I remember being like absolutely.
I was
wounded.
engrossed in that
Yeah.
storyline. I was like,
Who ran over Stone Cold? He took it like a pro. In fairness, like.
We did, like.
Oh,
Yeah.
there was when Stephanie McMahon got abducted
Oh yeah, was that?
by the Undertaker, and he brought her out and he was sacrificed her on the cross, and then
Yeah.
Austin came back and saved everyone for Vince.
Oh my god.
And then
That was the second time, wasn't it? Because didn't DX kidnap her once, and then she
Yeah.
got married to Triple H.
yeah.
Like,
drunk
passed
in
out in
Vegas,
this chair in Vegas now. And who would have thought that turned out to be true?
I know, yeah.
I mean, not drunk, passed out in Vegas. But,
Never get married.
you know.
yeah. I mean,
And the boss man hanging from by his neck.
From the cage.
From the
Oh,
boss
shit,
man hanging
yeah.
by his neck when the Undertaker hung him.
And yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the boss man
Cool.
also
I mean, when you look back now, you can see the metal bar on the back of his shirt where he's
he sped off
Oh,
it.
yeah.
He sped off in a hearse, dragging Big Show's dad's
Dad's
coffin
Yeah, yeah.
down the road.
thank my daddy.
I got your daddy.
that's
I got your daddy.
I don't know if it was actually or slightly after or a while after, but can you remember when there was a whole thing where Kane had sex with like a dead woman, and then
Yeah.
he was supposed to be a
Fucking
necrophiliac, and then Triple H like
Necrophiliac.
reenacted it,
Yeah.
like
No, I don't
got into a
remember that
coffin like naked with a Kane mask on. The shit they did, man. It was
Uh.
It is
absolute-
just designed for rednecks.
Yeah.
It is just
Yeah.
redneck TV. It is just.
I think
Well,
that might be part of the embarrassment of
Yeah.
him bit you enjoy it. 'Cause
Well,
you,
if
know,
it's-
you know it's for the lowest common denominator sort
Yeah.
of thing in a way.
Have you seen the South Park episode where they take on they take WWE off? And
No.
it's just like there's a guy who's like one of the characters is a real wrestling coach, and he's pissed off that all these kids are like doing wrestling, and everybody's like believes it's real.
Yeah.
And like Cartman comes out
Oh,
and he's just like, I've had 5 abortions, and like he's kicking off and he's just like, it's not real.
He's
And
trying
they're
to
all
do
like,
the proper wrestling where
Yeah.
they're like, that's just gay.
yeah. It's just, and then one of them just goes, that little girl's had 5 abortions. You telling me that's not real? Like it's just fucking
hell.
ridiculous. But they were so right, like just ridiculous storylines. and people just ate it up, which I did as well. Like,
Oh,
and I
no, we all
loved it.
did.
You
We all
suspend belief,
fucking did, yeah.
but you can't now. You can't suspend
I
belief.
used to
with it now.
have the rock pajamas. I
Did you?
remember them. Oh yeah, fucking hell yeah.
I just got everything, all the figures. I had
Oh yeah.
my room was I had like a Titantron, I had the walkway, I had the barriers go around the ring, I had all the rest of set up like, so I had the APA with a door.
Yeah.
Remember when they had just the door and you had to knock on the door, you
Yeah,
couldn't
the
go
set.
around the door. And what was it?
The
What was it?
Acolyte Protection Agency.
Yeah, that was it.
wasn't
Can when they're doing strip poker with Trish Stratus as well.
Ooh.
And she was about to, and then like the camera cut off, and it's, no.
This is a forgotten storyline that happened. Big Boss Man again. He was involved in a few things, a few shenanigans. Big Boss Man and Al Snow, a little forgotten storyline. What was it? They basically Big Boss Man stole Al Snow's dog.
Oh, is this a kennel in
and,
the
then fed the dog back to him.
Back to
Yes,
him.
he did.
Yeah.
He made Al Snow eat.
He ate a pie, didn't he? And
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
dog was the
That was
pie.
your doggy.
You were eating your doggy.
Do you remember Al?
You like it?
Boss man was 1-6. And
Yeah, he was.
Was that
twat.
when I had a kennel in a cell match as well? It was like a cage.
The dog
insi-
pound thing or something.
Yeah, it was like a cage inside a Hell in a Cell, and there was like dogs on the outside.
Fuck, you know. They were the days though when you had like hardcore matches. They were fucking amazing.
Oh,
You'd have
Proper
one,
hardcore.
yeah, you'd
like.
have
Yeah.
one like every week. It
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
even like a fucking main event thing.
Well, they had a belt, man. They had a
Oh,
division
yeah.
and
It was
everything.
24/7.
24/7, yeah. Just a random.
Anytime you had to defend that belt.
Did one where someone was asleep and they pinned them. 1, 2, 3, yeah.
Do you know, I think the first time as well, because how X-rated it got, it was a promo from Val Venis. And I remember thinking at the time, I was
and his purple apple catches.
yeah. And I remember thinking like, it was one time I didn't get a pun, and then when I watched it back about 5-6 years later, I was like, He comes out and he says, "Well, WrestleMania only comes once a year. The Big Balboski comes every single night." And I was just like, And like 5 years later, I'm like, right, yeah.
You dirty dog.
Jaffin.
Jaffing all over the shop.
Jaff know what else knows the dog.
Didn't Kai and
Jaff
Ty
Jarrett.
as well? Jaff Didn't Kai and Ty like kidnap him once
And chop his cock off.
dick off?
Yeah.
Fuck me. It just gets
The motor
worse,
stuff
doesn't
there.
it?
Was it when Eddie Guerrero fed the Big Show the dodgy burritos?
So racist.
And he was in the box.
There's quite a lot of-
shitting
yeah.
through over needle. And
Big
he-
Show had a lot of shits on
Yeah.
in wrestling, didn't he? Just shit.
Well, DX dropped shit on there.
Well,
McMahon's in there.
Drop shit on what?
The McMahons from above when they're in the ring.
Oh, I can't remember.
I vaguely remember. I'm sure it was.
Going back to the first DVD or video that you bought. First one I got was SummerSlam 2000.
Oh, was that
He was
the?
on
Shane
that.
O'Mac
Yeah,
up top.
and wasn't that the first
He was
triple threat ladder match? Or was
TLC
it a TLC
yeah,
match? Was
the
it the first?
Dudleys, the Hardys, and Edge and Christian.
Yeah.
wasn't
Well,
it?
Oh.
Shane against Big Show, wasn't it?
No, it was Shane against
Test,
Steve Blackman.
Steve Blackman, yeah. And they
it
climbed
was
up
when-
the side of the Titantron, didn't they?
Yeah, and he's hanging off, and Steve Blackman's got the
The kendo stick.
kendo stick. Yeah, he's whacking him, and then he drops, and then Steve Blackman climbs halfway down, and is like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
yeah.
elbow drop."
Yeah,
Pussy.
fucking, yeah, it's just fucking brilliant.
I still think one of the icons for me, not my favorite wrestler, but one of the icons, and just made that era
X-Pac.
was Mick Foley, Mankind, Cactus Jack, whatever you want to call him.
I think Cactus Jack was my favourite.
Some of the shit he did, and
Oh, he's bulletproof.
I've read his autobiographies, I've met him, and just he was an absolute legend. And
Yeah,
Yeah, he's meant to be a really, really nice
Walker
guy.
Dome. Walker.
You met him in Walker.
He came and did a show for WZW, and I met him there, and I also met him down in London when he did his book signing at Forbidden Planet.
There's a
so
Forbidden Planet in London.
Yeah.
Is that a chain?
Yeah.
I didn't even
Yeah.
know that.
Mm.
Went down with me and my mum went down like for second in line, and like got a meeting for a little while. It was
Yeah.
amazing, great times. But I just it's got to be that Hell in a Cell match, '97, King of the Ring, wasn't it?
98. I think.
'98 was it?
Yeah.
'98 where
Against
Undertaker and Mankind.
yeah, Undertaker.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
I mean, it's I know it's like the generic like what you
He
look at.
killed him. He killed him.
By God, that
Yeah.
man's got a family.
He's broken in half. They
That
killed
man's
him.
got a family.
But genuinely, in that match, he broke his ribs, climbed back on the cage, and went through the ring.
Yeah.
And if you've seen Beyond the Mat, haven't you? Seen
Yeah.
Beyond the Mat?
No.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
Beyond the Mat,
brilliant.
it's where the behind the scenes, and it's during that era. And they were saying like all the wrestlers know when he went through the table, like it's as much as it is just whatever it is, plastic.
Yeah.
Or the bits of wood and that. It probably cushioned him more than the ring did. They all thought he was
Yeah.
dead when he went from the Hell in a Cell to the ring, because the ring had less give than that table did. So they were all convinced he was dead at that point. And that's why people ran in the ring at that stage,
Yeah.
generally broke kayfabe,
Yeah.
just to run in the ring because they thought he was dead. And then Undertaker improvised knowing he wasn't dead, and then chokeslam Terry Funk, didn't he? Shoes come off. And then then he fucking in as well. There's that,
He chokeslammed him out of his shoes.
there was the
Knock the
thumbtack.
darn socks off that man.
And there's that famous picture, isn't there, where he's cowered in the corner.
And his
And
tooth's
his
coming
tooth's
through.
coming,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
and everyone
his
thought he was
tooth.
smiling, but he was actually trying to push his tooth back through his
Oh.
with the bottom of his lip or something like that to get rid of it. Fucking
That happened to my dad, you know, apparently.
Did it?
Yeah, my dad. Had a
Went through a
scar.
table.
No. My
Gets
dad
Undertaker.
he had a scar under his lip. I asked him how he did it, and he said that there was a bit of path where you could run, and if it was icy where he grew up, you'd jump and you'd slide down it. And apparently they gritted it one day, so he ran and he fucking jumped. He said his top teeth came through his under. Like that, so yeah. But yeah, sorry, bit off piste, but anyhow.
That must be horrible. That like.
Yeah, he survived.
I think Mankind, though, the worse than that was probably when he got twatted around by The Rock. In the I Quit match.
He had him
Where he
handcuffed, didn't
handcuffed
he?
him and he was smashing him in the head.
9
with a chair.
times in the head.
Oh, that was.
It was brutal. That
Full on
The
head
gash in
chair
his
shots
head,
there.
though.
It wasn't worse than him throwing off the cage, but
It was pretty
bad.
brutal.
It was pretty brutal when
It was
you
all
watch
to
it.
the head, wasn't it? It was.
Yeah. I think as well, the one thing as well, you know, when it was for Royal Rumble 2000, because obviously it was the Triple H Cactus Jack Street Fight match, which was class.
Yeah.
And I remember before that watching the build up, because obviously again like that was when I first started watching this. I went back and watched, but they had all the promo build ups and stuff. And there was just that point when like he's like, "You'll not face Mankind at the Royal Rumble. You'll face this guy.
Yeah.
It's me. It's Cactus
Yeah,
Jack." Like
yeah,
opens his
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
and I was like,
I think you might know the guy.
"Yeah."
Yeah.
I was so confused. I was like, "So is that a different person?" like what?
Triple H though was amazing though, wasn't he? The way he
Just
like sold
yeah,
it, he was like,
absolutely, man.
yeah.
He's got to be considered as one of the best ever. For the amount of time that he's
Nick.
done it for. No, Triple
Triple
H.
Oh, Triple H, yeah, 100%.
He's
It's
just-
still my favourite to the day.
Yeah.
Love him.
Yeah.
And the thing is, though, it's good to see in a way that if it is going to be steered at the helm by, it's got to be by a wrestler, isn't it? And hopefully, I don't know, I don't watch it.
I used to
I don't
love his
anymore.
music, Triple H's.
Oh,
He always had the best music.
when Motorhead live played him, like played
That was the
live
best
Oh, shit.
down the ramp. Was it WrestleMania?
I preferred the
King.
one before though.
Did you?
My time. You know,
That was good.
that was
good. But surely now, if he's going to take the helm and he gets his way, he surely should maybe restore some fucking.
Have any of you got the
greatness
network?
about him.
I periodically get it if
Yeah,
I fancy
I-
it.
yeah.
Watching a few old
Couple of months
episodes
at a
and
time,
a few
and
months
then-
old and then
Are you just spying for a login, by the way?
I am, yeah. I'm just thinking
Fishing
I
for
could
free
do,
TV.
I could do with watching one of them. I think.
Binge
I'll watch
watching.
it now.
I'm in the mood.
You
to
could
watch.
easily waste an hour or 2 or 3.
Oh,
Easily.
yeah.
It's a day. Like, you can start in the morning.
day.
Before you know it's like, fuck,
You can have a
I've
day
done
on it.
Fuck all today.
You can have a day on
I've
it.
been
you
watching
can.
this.
Just watching nonsense.
It's not nonsense though. I
No.
was telling this kind of the way down. It's like, it's just I could watch that every day and go back and still watch it.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, I could put it on now and be like, yeah, fuck, I can't be arsed watching this.
Sometimes though, I used to find the build-up and the promos
Were better than the actual-
Oh, yeah,
wrestling.
Yeah, the promos made everything. You
Yeah,
could
yeah.
the promos before event.
The entrance music was better than the
Yeah,
match.
oh, yeah.
and-
That's why I think I got into the whole why I love creating stuff was because
Yeah.
of the promo videos and how
Yeah.
well put together they were.
The one with My Way.
Oh, that was
Oh.
WrestleMania 17, wasn't it?
Fuck, what match is it?
Austin and The Rock.
Austin the
Austin,
Rock, yeah.
right. I do things my way on the highway.
Oh yes, that was
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
That, you know,
And it's
a
the
lot of
bit
people
where
do
it's
That was
maintain.
peak, yeah.
Yeah,
Peak.
everyone seems to. I mean,
I still like the Highway to Hell,
I think
One.
I've seen that one.
where Austin's walking and and everything, all the fires blaring off behind him and the destruction.
I don't think
I
I've
can't
seen
remember
it.
which one that was. That was for when he took on Undertaker. a WrestleMania. I can't remember which one.
WrestleMania 21, where they did all the movie based
The movie based one.
Yeah.
And Hulk Hogan come back at that, didn't he?
Stone Cold Steve Austin, and tonight I am in hell. It's so intense. Oh, fuck me.
Of course, we have to mention that every WrestleMania sponsored by Snickers Crunchers.
And now.
Oh,
You know,
WrestleMania. Oh my.
when you go back and look at like the 91 and that kind of stuff, it's always Vince
Yes,
who goes, wow, that goes, WrestleMania. Like, proper gives it everything.
And it was Howard Finkel. wasn't it?
SummerSlam.
It was Howard Finkel that came up with the name WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm wrong, please
No, I
correct
think
me.
he told us to run with Manchester. Didn't
Aye,
when
it
he was
would be
telling
that,
us
yeah. Ah, I forgot about
What happened?
that. Well, it was
met
like
the Fink. In
You met the
Manchester.
Finkmeister.
Met the
Yeah,
Fink.
Manchester.
Gobbledygook.
And Warlord and
Fink.
stuff like that. And he was telling us about it, I'm sure.
I think it was, yeah, because he's just
He
like...
used to.
The Finkel Factor.
His voice was amazing. Weighing 230 pounds.
Fuck hell. Can we go on to how fucking gay the referees were?
Oh,
They'd take like a backhand and they'd be fucking, oh my god,
He's broken his neck.
rolling around. And then
He'd be unconscious for all of the match.
I think it was WrestleMania 17. The ref was down for about
Just having a
50
fit.
actual minutes, like on the floor. Imagine, though,
Which
that's
was
your
the one
job.
that
He's like
went
lying
through,
down
like, 4
front,
refs.
mate. It seems
One punch
ages.
and then just flops.
Which
to
was
the
the one that
floor.
went through with 4 or 5 refs, and every time a ref come down, he'd just get fucking back of the hand out. Then
I can't remember.
it was it would have been Austin and McMahon
Yeah,
one.
I
And,
think
they'd keep knocking them out. Eventually, then Shane would be there
Go
trying
through
to
about
wake Shane
10
up because he was
refs.
the original ref or something stuff like that.
I still maintain one of the best. I mean, I'll play the clip after this, right? And I challenge you not to get proper excited by this moment. But Judgment Day 2000, right?
Taker returns.
Taker returns,
Yeah, I remember
and it's
that.
all kicking off. It's the 60-minute Iron Man match with Triple H and The
Was
Rock.
that when
and
Taker
then
came back as a biker?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. He
and,
came
like,
back as a biker.
DX start interrupting, and like The Rock's getting fucked over, and then fucking you just
Right, we
the
need to
kid-
watch this.
Yes.
After. We need to watch that.
The little girls on the screen, it's just like, are you scared?
He's
here.
Yeah.
Bow, and then
And
Kid
Limp
Rock
Bizkit.
blares.
Keep
No, it
rolling,
was Kid Rock,
rolling,
Kid Rock,
rolling.
yeah. No, it was
Kid Rock?
Kid Rock, yeah. American Badass.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm an American
Yeah.
badass. And he just fucking tools down on the bike and he gets off and everyone's going fucking ballistic.
Yeah.
He just gets in and kicks the fuck out of every single person in that
Why
ring.
have
But
you
by
turned
doing
into a
that,
biker? I don't understand.
and the ref
You
just gets up though.
you used to be like a
Yeah.
zombie. What's happened?
But then as the ref got up though, he saw Taker choke slamming Triple H. So then Triple H won because The Rock got disqualified. Ah, so good.
Was that the
Amazing.
first time he dished out the last ride?
It would have been, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure it would have been
yeah.
probably Shane or Triple H. Oh, the last ride.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God.
Write that down.
Yes.
We need to watch that
Hoist-
match after this.
He used to
We need watch
hoist
that
people
down.
up by their pants.
Yes, yeah. The wedgie. Just. Could we talk about some of the extravagant characters you used to get?
Yeah.
Like some of the fucking weird
Gold
shit.
dust.
Gold dust.
The Godfather.
The God. I mean, like
The hoe
walking
train
down
with
It's
prostitutes.
Yeah.
Prostitutes. Remember that's it there, my dad would be like, who's that? That's a Godfather, Dad. The Godfather, like a mafia? No. Alright. Who is that? He's like,
He's a-
who's them women with him? There he's hose.
Pippin ain't
He's a
easy,
pimp.
man.
There is Watson,
He's a pimp.
hose. They're hose.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
No one knows what it means.
What did he used to say when he came to the ring?
Pimping it easy.
No, he had something else. Always the whole
Come get on the hoe
Yeah,
train.
But imagine explaining to somebody like, oh, what you're watching wrestling, what happened? Oh, well, this pimp walks down his prostitutes in the ring, beats the fuck out of some porn star.
Yeah, they brought down his
And then-
prostitutes, and then the other wrestler he was supposed to be fighting, he just
Yeah, they all just left
he
with the
walked away with his
prostitutes.
prostitutes, and he won the match, and he'd be like,
The women back in there were just pieces of meat.
Yeah,
They
basically
were just
those
slabs of
objects,
meat.
weren't they?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if they did it now?
It just would.
Oh, be shut down.
Can you imagine the amount of
the
people?
feminists would be right off her.
Which other characters were there?
I'm trying to think about like.
Okay.
Chuck and Billy.
Oh, but yes.
Badass Billy Gunn.
the Dudleys, man.
Oh,
He was just called Mr. Ass though.
Mr.
but
Ass,
he-
yeah.
Why
I'm
was
an ass man.
the whole character is I'm a bum.
I'm an
Shaking his ass around.
I'm an ass.
I used to love his finisher though, the Fame Asser.
Famous.
Oh, what a move!
Yeah.
I mean, Billy Gunn though. It had to be him and Road Dogg though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't know.
Such a
Your ass better call somebody. It's me, it's that D-O-double-G. Riding once again with the B-A-double-D.
Hey, double crooked letter.
Fucking Road Dogg Jesse James, the biggest wigger in history. Fuck me.
Billy Gunn was just terrible on the mic. So he was just trusted with one bit.
Yeah.
If you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you. He didn't even end it. He just put the microphone to the crowd.
How many times did you walk around school though, telling people to suck your dick?
Oh,
Yeah,
suck
that was it. It was all
A
that.
crotch chop, yeah.
Crotch chop.
It was
what
about,
are you doing?
It was about at the same time when
just
I
got
remember
reminded
when
of
this
something.
was a thing.
LG, wasn't it?
It was like, it was either you walk past someone, you go, or you go, I'm sucker.
Obviously, we all went through the phase of at school wrestling.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
got it banned in my school.
I was in year. I was in year. This makes it sound like you were grass. Well, I want it banned.
No.
Campaigning for it to be
I'm
banned.
not having that tomfoolery in
How-
this establishment.
How it wasn't
Ban
real in that, and I was
wrestling.
like, "Fucking is real," and he'd be like, "Oh, we'll do a move then." So I like powerbombed him on the field,
Tombstoned your
and he
teacher.
I was-
powerbombed him on the field, and he fucking couldn't move for about 10 minutes. He was like, he couldn't breathe.
I remember this.
The
though.
teachers were there, and I'm just like, just fucking playing. What's your move?
Yeah.
I was in
man.
I was in year 11 because end of year, end of my school years, secondary school. And we were doing our wrestling, whatever. And I think I was in a match against a big guy. He was a big guy.
Did you put your jumpers round to make a ring?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But this guy, right? He was a proper big rugby player, probably about 6'3" guy, massive, right? And he was, for some reason, he was Chris Benoit, and I was Triple H, tiny, whatever. And I was trying to pedigree him or something. But he got me in the cripple crossface, and this guy, he was pulling back on my head. I thought he was going to pull my head off.
Yeah.
It was close to pulling my head off. It was. Oh,
I can recall
Kids
it.
doing
I
it.
can
There's no
recall a
fucking
time
give.
oh.
When so it evolved from wrestling at school in the house, and then ended up getting a wrestling ring, starting a promotion. But we remember the time Fender Wood.
Oh, fucking you.
There's that DVD somewhere in circulation in the world.
I remember I
We
took it
did
to
it.
school. I was showing people at school, and Ed was like, Ken's gonna get arrested if you show that to anyone. I was just like, no, he's fucking not.
What was it called? Night of Champions.
Night
But
of
yeah,
Champions,
genuinely it was called
It was,
Night of
yeah,
Champions
yeah.
before WWE had it as Night of Champions. 100%.
We had Rebel X.
Rebel X.
Rebel X.
Bolt Wills. No, he wasn't. Double X. He put that mask. He put the mask on, like he wrapped it around Sean, wrapped this like fucking
It was a ditch cloth,
boxing
wasn't
wrap.
it?
What was it, boxing wrap?
Oh, right, yeah.
And then you were Fender Wood.
I was Fender Wood.
What was
He had
Ben
a
Bell?
guitar in the corner. He was Conflicto.
Conflicto.
Conflicto, yeah.
Who else was there? What didn't
Pete
Kyle
was
do
there.
it for a bit? Pete wasn't there. I'm sure
Who
Pete
else
wasn't.
was there? Ed was Ed XL, wasn't
Ed
he?
XL.
What about this?
That was the education board
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
Now
oh,
it's just your
Where you got your
size.
exams from?
And then these two, right?
You will never pass this test.
You and fucking Ed. I remember when you two, fucking, I think you were at college or something, and you two became, was it Tyrone and Jerome or something like that?
TNG, the next generation.
The next generation.
Oh my god.
I've got to tell you this little one though. I did similar. We had a little wrestling thing going on. It was at my mum and dad's house. And one of
Your
my
dad allowed that to go on in your house?
well, no, he didn't know anything about it.
Right,
He
okay.
was up at the pub. So yeah, we had all the mattresses down, all the works. We had all the Attitude Era songs blazing out.
Quality
smashing
Street
out.
tin lids.
Yeah. Bacon trays.
Bacon trays.
Yeah.
64
Bun-
pence from Woolworth.
Bun tins, everything. But one of my mates, he was meant to be stone cold. He was stone cold, right? So, and he told us on the day, I think it was a Friday at school. He was like, I can't make it. We were like, what? Everyone was looking forward to it. Why can't you make it? No, can't make it. So he didn't turn up. But later on in the night, he does a run-in. He did a run-in. He got his dad to bring him.
Did you have to ring the doorbell first?
No.
Who's this?
He let one of my other mates in on it, and the other mate, opened my patio doors Yeah, it was a proper elaborate thing, right? And he got his dad to drop him off down the road from my house. He somehow leapfrogged the fence, which is quite high.
Is this the house that they're still
Yeah,
living in now?
yeah. Still the same house before the conservatory. But anyway, the other mate that was in on it had unlocked the patio doors, so they were open, so he could just run to the back door and pull open the patio doors. Had my mate cueing the music. It was all this massive scheme, and it worked.
This
And he
guy
just came in with a run-in with Austin music, smashing everyone with.
He
Like,
must have went places because that's
it was
genius.
perfect. It was.
You know, we're talking about how
beautifully
you
done.
got that scar today.
Yeah.
Was that night of champions? Because you bladed that night.
No, it wasn't that.
Bladed.
No, it wasn't that night.
Was it that?
I didn't
was
go
a-
that. We didn't go that far, Blake.
It was
Oh,
a-
he would neck a load of
Christ.
aspirin to thin his blood,
Oh,
and then blade. Honestly, yeah.
that's
Hope my mum doesn't listen to this. She was not
dreadful.
That one was
That's terrible.
it's when I had the unit and
Yeah.
like I think we were just getting. I mean, obviously I was such a responsible fucking wrestling promoter at the time.
No, you
Used to-
weren't.
yeah. That's why I work for Sky now. I'm not
Well,
Vince McMahon.
Falling out of a club in fucking Newcastle. Right, out of the unit.
Let's go to the unit.
Gotta do some swan
Amazing times though. But no, it was me and Caden, and we decided to do a hardcore match. So I went round the fucking industrial estates collecting like light tubes and fucking wooden pallets. I've probably got AIDS actually. And
yeah.
and he hit us with this light tube and then I bladed, but we'd been drinking as well. And I went too deep, and
yeah.
it was just honestly it was pissing on
Is
my
that the
head.
scar?
That was just yeah. It was-
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
and it was pissing, and I had these the boxing wrap things on.
Yeah.
And it was like they were white and they were just red. They were just
Yeah.
covered in blood. And instead of being the man, there was nobody there. It was on camera, but
Yeah.
it was just me, Caden, Andy, and probably Tom. I don't know who else was there,
Yeah.
right?
Kane.
But oh no, Caden.
Oh,
That's the
look
guy
at Kane.
who,
Kane was there.
Caden runs
Okay, you know,
Rise.
I was sending you a picture of that guy the other week with the fucking stuff coming out his head.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that.
yeah,
that's
yeah.
Caden.
Right.
Oh, was that when they were hammering the fucking?
I don't know. It was
sticks,
just, I was
Yeah,
texting him. We should
brutal,
have gone
that,
to
yeah.
their show.
But he runs Rise Wrestling in Leeds, doesn't he?
Yeah, give some free tickets.
And I remember I went too deep and it was pissing out, and instead of just being like finish the match or whatever, I was just like, no, I've gone too deep, it's bleeding too much, I need to stop. I might need to go to the hospital. Eventually like stopping that, but yeah, that's what I was from. Responsible guy I was. I'm sure like 19 at the time as well.
Oh yeah.
City boy. We were talking before on the last episode. We talked about Marcus Rashford at 19. Playing for Man United in England, and I'm in a fucking hovel in the middle of fucking by the Newcastle Metro Radio Arena, blading
Under a
Crossing
fucking
your
railway bridge.
railway bridge.
Bleeding and going out.
Hey, I wouldn't change it for the world. Though.
Oh no, no, definitely.
I mean, if I was getting paid, Marcus Rashford's way better.
Oh yeah.
Just thought about another big moment. Chris Jericho debut.
Debut.
The
I remember
Millennium,
the-
wasn't
I
it?
remember
That
the
was a
return.
hell-
It went on for ages.
Hell of a
the
debut
countdown.
that.
And you'd be like, what's that? And then they'd kick off and you'd be like,
Yeah.
That was so good.
you
That
wouldn't
was so
let The
white
Rock
teeth.
talk with it. And he was like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
That
Because
was
he was
so
the first.
good.
Wasn't
What
that
the
the first time that? Well, not the first time, but he was one of the best on the mic. The Rock sort of had it, didn't he?
Yeah,
Like, he
yeah.
was the one. And then when Jericho was actually like matching him, wasn't he, on the mic?
Yeah.
And it was kind of surprising to see somebody that good. Actually, a lot of them were good at the mic.
Yeah. there
Austin
were-
was wicked on the mic.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was, yeah.
I had 1 beer. What? 2 beers. What?
Yeah.
3 beers. Stone cold, man. We should definitely do an Alnham Island WrestleMania edition. Go to WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, yeah. Someone want to pay for it, please.
Yeah, we'll sponsor it.
What was the other one? I was just gonna say. Yeah, I remember the WWF CD that came out.
The music.
Aggression.
Yeah.
Ruthless Aggression. No,
Yeah.
the anthology. There was anthology.
There was loads, man. They
Force-
brought out loads of different ones.
What was it?
The
what was
Rock
the one?
sang a song about pie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
Right, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yes.
Yeah, I remember.
And then later on, you had
I
like
used to love that
the
music.
Thugonomics CD.
Oh yes, yeah.
John Cena's
Fuck,
Rock.
yeah, do you know
His
there was a
album's
song- there-
decent
there-
album.
there was a so- there was
I
a-
love them. Like,
Still listen.
There was a song on that album which was actually like decent.
Right now, about drinking beers with his friends in his yard and that.
I don't think it
I can't really
was.
play. I can't play. It was just another day, and there
I
was
think, just another day in the life.
yeah.
Du, du, du,
Yeah,
du.
it's about him and his mates like on the other side of the tracks and that. John Cena's living a high life and his mates like
It's
he's
just
like
another
working, he
day in the
can't,
life.
can't eat and that. And
Is it like 13 debt collectors? or
Yeah,
something-
that's
something
it, yeah,
like
it is.
that? Yeah.
just another thing. Yeah.
I remember that one. And
Yeah, but
Oh my god, yeah.
Fucking hell. I don't know where we take this from here.
Yeah.
I really want to go and watch this Taker return now.
Well, I think it's
Favorite.
Yeah, don't see why
Favorite
not,
wrestler and why from the era?
Yeah, go. Yeah, that sounds good. I need to think. Yeah, well, yeah, no, I know what mine is actually.
It's pretty easy. This one, isn't it?
Yeah. Triple H for me. Just didn't think it at the time when I was a kid, but I think if you look back at it now, he's full. He's just a fucking animal, isn't he?
Stone Cold for me.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
There's always Rock and Austin and Triple H. I love them all, but
Yeah,
it was like
yeah.
it was always Austin that like, and when he wasn't there, you'd be disappointed if he wasn't on that episode.
yeah.
You'd watch him like,
All you wanted to hear was.
yeah, you just wait for that as soon as that glass broke,
Yeah,
and then you got the shit music for a bit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Who's yours?
X-Pac.
Oh, really?
I yeah.
Oh.
We went to an evening with X-Pac.
Yeah, we
didn't
did.
Yeah, we did. I
in Newcastle,
Yeah.
which was like, you imagine X-Pac just turning up in like a pipe and slippers, reading a novel by candlelight.
Oh, fuck. He was so drunk.
toss
He
China.
was so.
Oh, toss China in that as well, actually.
Yeah,
I love how you just talked about like drugs, sex, and suicide. It was just
I think you could clearly tell that he was heavily intoxicated, and I couldn't work out on what. Because he'd just start talking, and then midway through a sentence, he'd
Ramble
just forget what he
Trail
was talking
off,
about,
yeah,
and then just be like,
where was I?
"Yeah, what was that?" I got him to say "cunt."
I was
didn't
just about to say. I was gonna
Yeah.
say like the
Yeah,
moment
you-
that Woody meets X-Pac and he's just like,
What's up, X?
Can you just do
That's
the-
what you said to him. What's
Can
up,
you
X?
yeah,
What's up,
can you just do us a
X?
favour and say
bro.
cunt? And then when he did, you were like, yeah.
Yeah, no, he went,
Just ran out.
he went to you, didn't he? You want me to say cunt?
It was like, "Fuck yeah, I do X."
I was mad at that.
Can I just say though, X-Pac. The reason why I liked X-Pac was I liked him because he was small and scrappy.
And he bludgeoned
And he-
people to bits with his penis.
He was small and scrappy, and he was just like not hard looking, but just something about him was just a little tenacious.
Mm.
And the way he was like, he didn't seem very cool, but he managed to like wangle his way into like cool groups,
And
Yeah.
China,
which
and
I kind
China,
of
and
found
China.
kind of funny.
Wangley's right into China, alright.
Yeah, but I liked
Can you
X-Pac.
remember what he said to that guy at that evening? They went, "Why did he fuck China or something?" And he was like, "Have you seen the video?" He was like, "Yeah." He says, "I was on drugs. What was your excuse?"
It was.
I liked X-Pac, and I really liked Kane. And then when they became a tag team, I was like,
Yeah, seems like such a strange tag team,
dreams.
isn't
The Rock and Sock connection.
it? Yes, yeah. Mr. Rocco grabbed the balls. Mine was The Rock.
The
I
Rock.
had to be.
Oh,
it's
really?
Overall, Triple H. But
Yeah.
in the Attitude Era, it's my
I'd
favourite
have always
wrestler.
gone Austin over the
The
Rock.
Rock.
No.
No,
So I think- 'cause
no Rock for me.
The Rock was like, because that was the first big character I saw, and I saw him win the Royal Rumble, and then I saw this like when you used to buy the WWF magazines and that, and, like the
Oh,
Rock was
yeah.
always like the main guy, and I just loved him,
I
and I
just-
still love him to this day.
For me, it's awesome when you go back to
Solid.
the Bret Hart match when he's absolutely pissing blood out.
Oh,
yeah.
I really
He just
like
doesn't
Bret.
give up when
I
he
really
does,
like
like-
Bret as well. I like Bret Hart. Shawn Michaels as well. Very good.
Yeah, Sean's good.
It's hard to differentiate Richie's
That
favourite,
fucking
really,
video
I know,
that's
yeah,
going
was-
around Facebook
what?
at the minute of
Blackburn Rovers.
Blackburn Rovers.
I hope Mr. Shearer's
Yeah, Mr. Shearer's gonna score.
I'm here to support the Blackburn Rovers.
the Blackburn Rovers.
Remember when he goes, the Heartbreak Kid. Lay down for absolutely nobody.
I think that's last orders, people. Enjoy it.
All right.
All good.
Yeah, been fun.
And then I think we're back next year.
Next year it'll be
Next year.
Cabana.
2018.
Sponsored by Snickers Crunch. I'll have to do like a
Sponsored
Cabana.
by Swingy Dimmicks. Should we go and watch some wrestling now? And
Yeah, I think we should go.
Drink a bit more.
Yeah.
Drink some Budweiser.
Drink some Steve Weisers.
Yeah, so whilst we're doing this, Caden, can you get some free tickets, please? And then we'll come and do something podcast related.
We'll get you on the
Sure.
pod, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Can we do like, what was them things they used to do at WrestleMania where it would be like Roddy Piper's
Oh, like
Piper's Pit.
Piper's Pit.
yeah, and shit like that. We'll do
Fucking
the
barbershop.
Alnham
Like a
Island.
live Alnham Island.
In fact, I don't know if I want to be involved in them shows from what I've seen of the pictures. They look fucking, it looks like a scene from Saw.
Look brutal, don't it? Look class though, fun.
Yeah.
Drinking and wrestling, as we've found tonight,
Yeah.
is
Oh,
a good
yeah.
concept.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think wrestling for me is always one of those things that you've got to. It has to be alcohol involved.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. I found like X-Pac, don't I? What was that?
Just,
What was that thing?
I went to one wrestling show. Just one sec, sorry. I went to one wrestling show in Grimsby, right? And I went with a friend of mine, Ed. I think you met him before.
Sisto.
Yeah, Ed
Yep.
Sisto. We both went, and we went to, because he was a massive ECW fan, so we went to see Sabu, and he was in Grimsby, so he'd fallen significantly.
Been drawn in by
but
the
we were-
promise of outstanding fish and chips.
We were in this Grimsby village hall or something, and they had like a bar. It was just like a little table with some like whiskey on it.
Yeah.
So we were just like, we have like 4 whiskeys or something. So we were just sipping this old warm whiskey, and like we just realised we were stood behind like 6 9-year-old kids, and like they were just going, like they were saying something like, what even was ECW? And Ed was like, fucking marks. Don't know shit about the business, brother.
These kids ribbing me.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Right. Pleasure as always, guys.
It has.
And
Thanks for having us again.
always a pleasure. Anytime. And I suppose I'll see you all in the new year.
See you then.
As you will.
Cheers.